Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. It's White Rice Wednesday, which means time for my Survivor recap. So I missed the first 10 minutes, believe, so I didn't catch up, but I did see basically the theme of tonight's episode was power. How one acquires power, what's too much power, and who has power. And I feel like Drea has a lot of power in the game, and I have to give the girl credit. I mean, she has a lot of advantages right now. She has an idol. She now found the Beware advantage, as we know that was Xander's last season. She has an extra vote, and she has one other advantage. So she has a lot of power in the game, and if anybody finds out about that, has knowledge that she has power, then it's all game over for her. And it's all about the different strategies in the game too. Like, I know some Survivor fans, complain when people get too emotional out there, but then they're also the ones not playing the game. They're not actually out there. But Marianne made a point saying that she can use emotions to her advantage, because during immunity tonight, we saw that they had to balance and hold these two poles and hold a buoy. And if a certain amount of people decided to step out of the challenge, meaning if they felt safe enough, they can earn the tribe rice. And Marianne was one of those people that chose to sit out. But her reasoning was saying that she would basically get people off her back and make people feel sorry that they voted for her, like that they put her name down. Which I'm like, if you can utilize that and use that in the right way, that's a pretty smart advantage, because not advantage but smart gameplay, because it's also right place, right time, when to use it. It's all about the timing, and she's got pretty good timing so far. And it ended up being Tori that won a second immunity challenge. I can't stand her, but gotta give her credit. She's won immunity twice. So I would assume the plan was to originally have Tori go home, but since she won immunity, that's off the table. So it seems like the general consensus is to either have Chanel or Marianne go home. And a lot of people think Marianne because she's very bubbly and out there, and some people it's rubbing them the wrong way. Other people think Chanel because she's too sneaky and can't be trusted. So then when we get to tribal council, there's actually, before we get to tribal council, Romeo's name was also being thrown out there, because if Chanel happens to have any advantages, then he's like the backup person, and Romeo then becomes paranoid enough that the vote almost goes to him. So when we get to tribal, there's talk about how important these votes are going forward, because it's all going to determine like who is left in the game, like who is the best that they can work with going forward, in the sense that everyone's all kumbaya and seem to agree on who's going home, but we all know that's not going to last long. And it's a matter of who can I work with, who's not wishy-washy, who can I trust moving forward. And that's very hard to do in the game of Survivor. And it ended up being Chanel that got sent home, and the first member of our jury. And she seems so pissed. And it's like, I mean, it's one of those things that's like when you play the game, someone's feelings are going to get hurt eventually. And especially when you get voted out. I mean, nobody wants to go home or get voted out of the game, but at least she made the jury. I mean, people, at least in Survivor, people don't remember the people who went out pre-merge. They tend to remember people that went out post-merge. So, yeah. Good episode of Survivor tonight. If you guys want to check out Survivor, it is on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. on CBS. You can also watch it live on the Hulu app or Paramount Plus. Till next time, stay regal.